I absolutely regret buying this drone, the DJI Mini 4 Pro. I absolutely regret buying it. Now, every time I'm outside, I actually want to keep this thing with me all the time. It doesn't matter if I'm traveling or if I'm just going out for a regular photo shoot during sunset. I still want to just take this thing, fly it, capture some amazing footage. Yeah, this thing has ruined my life. Now, because of this drone, every other drone that I fly just seems plain boring. This thing is tiny, compact, and insanely powerful for being just under $1,000. Yes, you heard me right. This thing is less than $1,000. Today, I'll break down what it's really like flying the DJI Mini 4 Pro after a lot of weeks of using it in the real world. So, without wasting any more time, let's go. For starters, this thing is absolutely tiny. And by tiny, I mean this thing can actually fit in your jacket's pocket. Once it's in there, I don't think you can even tell that there's a drone in my jacket's pocket. And I can just walk around like I have nothing in my pocket. Perfect when you want to travel light, and because of its weight, it's actually legal to fly this thing in most countries. Now, don't let the size fool you, because this thing can actually shoot 4K at 100 FPS, has true vertical shooting, which is actually my favorite, and also has omnidirectional obstacle sensors, which is all around the drone, and even has active track 360, which is actually found in more expensive DJI drones. Just check out this active 360 shot that I just got in this park. And imagine if I am in a beautiful location, or if you are in a beautiful location and you're doing a reveal shot, imagine how cinematic it will look. And this is all coming from this particular drone, this small, tiny little DJI Mini 4 Pro drone, which is less than 249 grams. In 2025, this feature alone would actually sell me this drone. After flying this drone for several months now, from my experience, I have found a few things that I did not personally like about the DJI Mini 4 Pro. And I think if you are planning on buying this drone as a consumer, you have the right to know. Number one is the wind resistance of this particular drone. DJI claims on their website that this particular mini drone can handle something around 38 km/h winds. But in the real world, I found that this particular drone can actually handle wind speeds of 20 to 25 km/h effortlessly. But anything above that, it's a sketchy situation at best. If I were you, I would not fly this drone if it's very, very windy outside, especially because the footage that you will be getting from this drone on a very windy day, it will not look nice, and also you'll actually see this drone drifting from one side to the other, and even its flight path would get messed up sometimes if it's really windy. Number two is the obstacle avoidance of this particular drone. Now, don't get me wrong, this drone has a lot of sensors to actually help it avoid most obstacles in its flight path, but sometimes it tends to freak out. And when it does freak out, there's no possible way that this drone will actually find a way out and not crash. And it has happened to me, and I'll link my drone crash video somewhere over here for you guys to go ahead and watch it. And also why I think you should get the DJI Care Refresh if you're getting this drone. Now, if it was any other drone, I wouldn't worry as much because crashing into a small tree or branches is not a big factor for larger drones. But with this particular drone, even if you hit a branch and it falls like 5 or 6 feet to the ground, there is a good chance that it will break one of the propeller arms. So do be careful and don't just rely on the obstacle avoidance system of this particular drone. Now, I have heard a lot of influencers say that DJI has actually tried to make this particular drone as idiot proof as possible, but they severely underestimated the human capabilities of proving someone wrong. I think that's why DJI has actually come out with LiDAR systems for their new drones. And if you don't know what a LiDAR is, go Google it. Okay, here's the third thing about this drone that actually did not impress me all that much was the battery life. Trust me, I've been flying drones for almost 3 years now, actually 4 years now. And I had the Mavic Air 2, the 2020 Mavic Air 2, and I thought after years of innovation, even with a smaller drone, I could at least get more than 20 minutes of flying time. I get it. It's a small drone. It's not supposed to have a larger battery. And this batteries are super light because the drone needs to be below 249 grams. But a little bit more than 20 minutes would actually make a huge difference. And I know for a fact that the battery life actually kind of sucks because the rotors on this drone actually have to work overtime because it's so small to keep it more stable in windy conditions. But at least 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes of flight time, I don't think that's asking too much. Now that we have gotten all the things that I don't like about this drone, let's talk about the things that I absolutely love about this drone. And number one is true vertical shooting. Trust me, if you post your drone videos on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube Shorts, this drone will be your best friend. And that's because this thing can actually shoot true vertical because this thing right here, the sensor, the camera sensor, can actually turn clockwise, and that means there's no loss to the quality of the video. Now, I'm not one of those guys who's going to tell you to shoot horizontal videos all the time because trust me, most influencers you're listening to on social media are actually shooting vertical videos and then asking you guys to actually shoot horizontal and then crop in. Don't do that. Shoot both if you get the time, and you'll have more than enough shots to post anywhere you want and to make epic videos. Someone's actually going all in today and mowing their lawn, making their driveways better, doing all sorts of things. The weather is so nice, I actually don't blame them. It's kind of making my job difficult speaking to you guys. But anyway, here's the second thing that I absolutely love about this drone. The range on this drone is absolutely phenomenal. And trust me, I had the Mavic Air 2. The range on that one was great. But this one just knocks it out of the park. And now there's another guy in front of my house who's actually going to mow their lawn, and they're much closer to my house. So yeah, I'll have to go in now. I'm just trying to record a YouTube video, and this is me being honest. I've actually flown 3 to 4 kilometers with this drone without loss of signal, and I think that's a huge achievement inside the city. And the 20-kilometer range thing is when you have no signal interference or anything like that. But just being able to flow 3 to 4 kilometers without loss of signal is a huge win in my book. Now, because of the range of this thing, you can actually have a little less anxiety when flying this thing. And trust me, these things are not cheap. And if you are anything like me and completely broke, flying and crashing this multiple times, buying a new one, buying new equipment all the time is not an option. So you have to take care of what you have. I think DJI has done a really good job in giving you that satisfaction of being a creator. Okay, the third and the final thing that I absolutely love about this drone is the fact that this does not make a ton of noise when I'm actually launching it up in the air. My last drone, the Mavic Air 2, when I used to turn that thing on, everyone around me in the park would know that I have a drone. But this thing, I can launch it from the palm of my hand and no one would even notice. It's not like there's no noise whatsoever. There is. It's not like the DJI Neo or the DJI Flip. It does make more noise than those drones because it's a little bit bigger in size, but still, flying this thing in an area where there are people around, you probably would attract very little attraction to yourself and to this thing. So it's me and this thing is a match made in heaven. So in 2025, if you are planning on getting the Mini 4 Pro drone from DJI, I would highly recommend it. And I'll have the link for it in the description below as well, if you want to check all the other specifications of this product. Oh, also, before you go, there are two other advice I actually have for you guys when it comes to this drone. Quick ones, I promise. Get the ND filter set for this drone and I'll show you the one I mean. It's here in my bag somewhere. This one right here. This tiny little briefcase thing actually houses the ND filters. I highly recommend getting these if you want those smooth cinematic shots with motion blur. And otherwise, if you just keep it on auto setting, your video might just look a little bit choppy. Using these, just like you would on your camera, would make your videos look a whole lot better. I even have one on this thing right now. Yeah, there we go. I actually have one on this right now. Here's a second piece of advice for you if you plan on getting this drone is don't lose this. Keep it with you at all times, especially when you're not flying this thing and you're just carrying it in your backpack. Keeping this thing attached to the drone would actually protect the gimbal, and this tiny little plastic would actually save you a lot of money in repair cost. That's it for me today. Thanks for hanging out. I really look forward to actually seeing that you guys might have ended up subscribing to my channel. If you don't, no, that's not an option. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Happy summer.